says, Dear Brock, I've been dating this girl for a few weeks, and it's been going great. However, we haven't really talked about our past relationships yet, and it's something that's been on my mind. How do you bring up the topic of exes without making it awkward or seeming overly curious? I want to understand more about her past and share mine, but I'm not sure when or how to broach this subject. Thanks. And again, that was sent in by DJ.
Well, DJ, thank you so much for writing this in. I did post this on my social media, and it's always interesting the vibe that I get from the comments on kind of what the feel for the question and just how everyone receives it. And it never ceases to amaze me that questions like this divide my listeners and my followers. Guys don't really seem to have much of an issue with asking this question. Women seem to hate having this question asked.
Yeah.
So I completely understand why you're being very, you're taking a lot of care in this type of question. And a lot of guys do want to know a little bit about the past of a woman who they're going to be dating with intent. Now, without being able to ask questions back to DJ, I am hoping, DJ, that you are just wanting to know the topographical stuff. Like, you're not really trying to go into, I'm going to do like air quotes here, body count.
Mm-hmm.
Do not ask that question. That is none of your business. The questions, though, that I'm hoping you're asking are just like, hey, what have your past relationships been like? Have you had long-term relationships? When's the last time you actually talked to your ex? That's a very important question, ladies and gentlemen. Last thing you want to do is be talking to somebody, going on dates, and the last time they spoke was 24 hours ago. That's definitely not something you want to be finding yourself in. But this is a very, very important question. I think that understanding a little bit about the person who you're wanting to invest into, just a little bit about their past, because it will help you understand where they're going to be coming from in the future, is going to set you onto a really healthy path forward so that you two are able to predict maybe issues down the road. You can navigate those, but you also just have this empathetic viewpoint from where they're going to be coming from if an issue just does spring up, and naturally they do. So what I'm going to do is when we come back from the music and commercial break, I'm going to give you a couple of ways to broach this subject with a little bit of class, with a little bit of integrity, a little bit of dignity.
All right, we'll get into it. And we should talk about a little bit maybe why people are kind of cautious about this too. I'd like to hear your insight in that, and why, at least why you think that maybe some people don't like to share these details.
Sure.
Be kind of an interesting flip of the coin when it comes to the question. So we have more coming up with Brock. Keep listening. It's Hits 96.
Before we went to that commercial break, Gina, you said something which was, women feel a certain way about talking about their past.
Yeah.
Men often aren't held to the same judgments as women are. So men usually don't care to really talk about their past. Women are judged significantly more harshly. So DJ, you're very wise to be cautious about how to ask these questions, because they can definitely put you into a pool of guys that are just very, very lacking in awareness that it is a sensitive topic. And as long as you're not asking certain questions, such as body count questions, I think you're going to be okay, as long as the questions sound something like the following. Hey, when was the last time that you spoke to your ex? How did you and your ex end the relationship? Was it amicable? Why did that not work out? And what about the relationship before that? How long did those relationships last? If you could tell me anything that you took out of those relationships that made you a better future partner, what would they be? These are really, really important, really powerful, insightful questions that are going to actually give you the information that I hope that you're actually interested in. And women are going to feel a lot more comfortable with these types of questions because they don't sound judgmental. They don't sound like you're accusing them of having a past. And that is definitely something, gentlemen, that women are afraid of, is you all judging their past. Everybody's going to have a past. And knowing how to ask questions to get information that you want is your job, guys. If you want to have these conversations, you want them to be fruitful, you want them to be positive, you have to structure the questions so they're attractive and so they're warm and not judgmental. Now, what I was saying was men and women are judged a little bit differently on our past. Guys typically aren't judged on their past very much. They're more judged on their future. women are more judged on their past. So, it's a little bit of a tricky thing. Now, guys, I'm going to say this one more time. Do not be asking body count questions. That's really none of your business. Ask different questions that get more important information about their ability to bond with you in the relationship, that give you more information about their levels of loyalty in a relationship. You need to understand how to ask these questions more creatively. And if you want more information on how to do that, you can reach out to me very, very directly, and I'll guide you through that entire process, because it is a tricky one, and you can be on date number 19. And if you ask these questions wrong, you will not have date number 20. So be very, very careful. And ladies, I know that you have a lot of apprehension on sharing your past. I get that. You are, however, always going to be accountable for that. And guys that you want in your life, that you want to have the opportunity of vetting as a potential permanent partner, they are going to judge you on these things. So you need to take these into account, and you need to be taking very, very sincere care on how you conduct yourself before you meet somebody that you really care about. So that is what I'm going to say on that topic.
Sure. And I think it's all in the receiving of the question too.
Mm-hmm.
So if a female is necessarily asked, or really it can go both ways for sure, but if a female is asked this question, maybe not right away put up the defense and get upset about it, or feel offended. Unless it is, what's your body count or something that ridiculous. Of course. But if it is a question, let them know that there are guys out there that are just kind of seeking information. Sure. It's not necessarily an attack. It's not necessarily a judgment right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the guys do make sure that they just mind their P's and Q's when they're asking, and you said ask the question the right way.
100%, Gino.
Thank you, DJ, for writing in. Again, out there listening, if you have a question, feel free to send us an email and we'll get to it. That's Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com. And for those looking for more of Brock's advice and all of the offerings that he has, you can go to brockolson.com. You can also check him out on YouTube. Lots of great videos and things of that nature that you can check out. Again, that is brockolson.com. Brock, thank you so much for the advice. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.